The man's name was Yamada Kenichi, a 35-year-old salaryman. Relationship status, single. Although it's over, but going out of service in just 3 years. Really? The man grumbled in his 1K apartment, one-room apartment with a kitchen. It was a Saturday afternoon. He lamented as he looked at the computer screen without going outside. On the screen, Finn was displayed at the lower right in a stylish font with a fantasy-like castle in the background. Maybe it was an online game, as the game characters were saying, "Thank you for playing," while doing a farewell gesture. Well, this too was a Nura game 1, though. The most Nura of all Nura games. It might be better that it ended. More so, if I consider that I won't have to spend any more of my time or money behind it. While he did spend most of his bonus and salary on the game's gacha and paid items, he didn't feel any sorrow when the service had ended. He had started playing the game 3 years ago, but was greatly disappointed with its setting and how easy it was. Despite his dissatisfaction with the game, he had continued believing that they would add speedrun elements to it with a version update one day. Unfortunately, probably due to the user count not increasing much, the company announced discontinuation. Oh, what's this? We are starting a new service? After closing the game, he looked at the company's homepage. A link leading to a new game was added there. It was the introduction page. What do we have here? Kenichi was shocked. Sentences which made him despair were lined up there. This is hopelessly Nur. This isn't even a Nur game. It's a Hauchi game, too. When did we get to this point? The man held his face with both hands and thought back to the games of the good old times. That time, 20 years ago, when he had first started an online game. One would have to greatly struggle to level up, and it was only natural for it to take at least a month to do so. He still vividly remembers the excitement he had experienced after changing to an advanced occupation after grinding for half a year. Deaths came with penalties in that game. Equipment would drop to the floor, and the player would lose 20% of their accumulated experience points. The bosses of that game had an inconceivable amount of HP, and it would take more than an hour to kill it, even when 50 players did the raid at once. It even took him 3 hours once. He had to rapidly smash the buttons continuously so much that the keys would break, which made it necessary for him to prepare a spare keyboard in advance. On top of that, after frantically beating the boss, it only dropped one item. After which, a death match would begin between the 50 players. Let alone hundreds of hours. He had spent tens of thousands of hours behind that game, and it also went out of service more than 10 years ago. He has tried numerous games afterwards, seeking that excitement. However, the times have since changed. The people have started to hate the speedrun elements, which nobody even asked for. All the big companies and huge game distributors shifted to Nur games. They made it so that players could smoothly level up and easily obtain equipment. Guess I'll look for some other game. Washing his hands off the developers of this game, he started exploring the internet for games with high speedrun elements. He inserted game obsolete setting speedrun into the search bar and looked around for the kind of game he wants. The search results popped up, and the top site wasn't a game title nor a distributing company. Oh, let's see. What's this? We invite you to a never-ending game. Never-ending game. A game you can keep playing forever. Such sentences flooding the screen aroused his curiosity. I see. A fantasy world with Western-style swords and magic, eh? Well, let's try it out for now. So, I directly enter the setting in the site. Seems the catchphrases caught his attention. He decided on trying it out for the time being. It wasn't a download-type game, as the site asked to decide on the settings and transferred to the setting menu. First, the difficulty. It starts from easy mode, normal, extra, and hell. Easy mode would be too low. It looks like the users could set the difficulty for the game. The site also properly listed the points of differences for different difficulties. Acquire skills 10 times faster than normal mode. Skill development is also readily possible. Up to 3 extra skills can be drawn from the gacha. Greatly popular with those players who are beginner gamers and slash or hate grinding. The regular mode. Only 1 extra skill can be drawn from the gacha. This is the most popular mode. Players can nurture their characters. Best option if you're puzzled on which mode to pick. However, it's possible to reach stages unavailable to normal mode in this mode. Only 1 normal skill can be drawn from gacha. A mode suited for players used to the game and slash or players who are discontent with how easy the normal mode is.